to the man at first slip. Rahul Dravid making no mistake and just what India wanted, the wicket of Amir Sohail. Srinath had beaten Sohail twice in the last over with deliveries that left the left-hander. And just what India wanted, the wicket of Amir Sohail. Srinath had beaten Sohail twice in the last over with deliveries that left the left-hander. Unlucky not to get the edge this time. Sohail again trying to play it square on the wicket on the offside. Getting the edge and straight into the hands of Rahul Dravid, who makes no mistakes. It's what India wanted. The wicket of Amir Sohail. He was out for 12 and Pakistan 44 for 1. The new man in.
Srinath getting the breakthrough. India 1 for 18 from 5. Prasad expensive there, 3 overs for 19. Jadeja coming on at the Wilson Avenue end to replace Prasad. Let's have just the 1 over. Big shot there from Saeed Anwar. The match has been reduced to 33 overs and the field can now be spread a little more. You don't have to have the 2 catching men. A few more allowed outside the circle with the 9 overs having been bowled.
Well, balls are there. That's a very good line. That's what the Indian bowlers need to do. And these slow bowlers, I think, will be much more difficult to bat against or hit them out because the wicket is slightly double pace. Sometimes it keeps low and comes quicker to you, and sometimes you're early on the shot. So Jadeja can be pretty useful for India.
Canberra at deep backward square. For viewers who might be a little new to cricket, we talk about Jadeja, the bowler, as a medium pacer. Basically, you have the fast bowlers, and then you have the medium pacers like Jadeja. What he's really trying to do is perhaps swing the ball through the air a little, and then also get some movement off the seam, and perhaps vary his pace a little bit with the odd slower delivery. Lovely strike from Saeed Anwar, just short of the boundary rope.
Beautiful shot. Perfectly timed over mid-off. As Jadeja slightly pitched it up. There we see. Stands on his feet. Puts it right over mid-off. Perfectly balanced. Right from the meat of the bat. Lovely shot.
33 over match. This the first of the Sahara series between Pakistan and India, being played at the Toronto Cricket, Skating and Curling Club. And it's going to be the left-arm orthodox spinner coming on now at the southern end. Sunil Joshi. I'm very impressed with this man. I saw him in Colombo. Thought he bowled beautifully in the match against Australia. He reminds me, as far as his flight is concerned, very much of the former Indian captain Bishan Bedi. But he's a bigger spinner of the ball than Bishan, but he has that tantalising flight. I think this man keeps it together. He has a terrific future. He'll be tested with Saeed Anwar on strike because he plays the spin quite well.
Yeah, especially he's a pretty good sweeper of the ball, so Joshi has to keep a very good line on middle and off, which he's capable of. Like Ian said, apart from him, quite a few other people are impressed by him. He bowls a good line, turns the ball, and especially in one-day cricket, which is very important.
A bit of encouragement there for the left-arm orthodox spinner. Ball spinning just enough to keep him interested.
That was wide. But he's just not finding his line right. All the three deliveries, he's basically bowled on, probably on the leg and leg outside. But I'm sure he'll get it soon. And the turn is there, which should be a big encouragement for all the spinners playing from both sides.
That's a much better line. I think perhaps got to give a bit of credit to the batsman Said Anwar. I think what's happened is that Sunil Joshi is trying not to give the ball too much air with the left-hander. He got a bit of an inside edge there. Just got away from keeper Nayan Mongia. The successful bowler for India has been Javagal Srinath, 1 for 18. Sunil Joshi is getting quite a bit of turn, and he's going to be a difficult customer on this pitch.
Well, that's the line which Joshi needs, especially against Said Anwar. Oh my God, that was a brilliant field, absolutely brilliant fielding by Anil. Is it Kumble? Yes, it is Kumble. It was a bad ball, should have gone to the boundary, but Said Anwar didn't time it properly, but still managed to hit it hard. But Kumble fielded brilliantly at short fine leg. There it is, diving, left-handed. Otherwise, it would be a certain 4.
No doubt at the moment that Joshi is enjoying bowling to the right-hander much more than the left-hander. I get the feeling that he thinks that Said Anwar is going to come down the track and get after him. And because of that, he's not prepared to throw the ball up. He's trying to just push it through a bit. And in doing that, he's dragged a couple down and pitched them quite short. The other reason why he's had problems with Said Anwar is that his line has been outside leg stump. As soon as he gets over round off stump and just a little outside, then he gives the left-hander a lot of problems. That's well played. Good sensible batting from Ijaz. Some excellent work from R.J. Jadeja. He's a good athlete. I watched the Indians the other day have a bit of indoor practice and a bit of fun playing basketball, and he's a very talented basketballer. Jadeja, you get the feeling that it wouldn't matter what sport that he tried his hand at, he'd be good at it.
Yeah, you're right, Ian. He's, I didn't see him playing basketball, but there he sweeps again. This field, 68 for 1 in 13 overs.
Toronto, a little bit of an English village green atmosphere about it. We've seen plenty of excitement already. Pakistan 68 for 1 after 13 overs. Match reduced to 33 overs. And now Sachin Tendulkar really spreading the field. Men at both long on and long off. That's well played. He's a sensible cricketer. Ijaz, good fighter, and he uses his brains when he's out there batting.
Yeah, like I said, Ian, before, that Ijaz is a very good player, plus he had a very good season in England, so he's also full of confidence. And at times he's capable of playing according to the situation. And the situation demands that Pakistan should not lose another quick wicket. They must build up a good partnership so they can have a real slog in the end.
Ijaz knows what he does well, and he sticks to that. That's a sign of a smart cricketer. The other thing about him is if you give him something that is a touch loose, he generally puts it away.
Yeah, that's right, Ian. And he can play on both sides of the wicket pretty hard. And he's got good timing.
shot. You can't afford to miss your length by very much at all with Saeed Anwar. He just punishes you every time.
Oh, you can't bowl short at Saeed Anwar, that's for sure. And especially with the pace of Jadeja. I think Jadeja's got to pitch it up and bowl according to his field. And basically, his field is attacking more on the offside, and he should know that where should he bowl. Because if he's expensive for India, India will struggle a lot.
Come on, boys, come on! Let's pick it up! Okay.
Terrific strike rate there for Saeed Anwar, 44 from 31 deliveries. Once again, too short from Jadeja.
Yeah, I think Ian is not finding his leg in the line both. He's bowling middle, leg, off stump, all over the place. And players like Saeed Anwar and Ijaz Ahmed, he'll love to play against these kind of bowlers.
Come on, boys, come on!
Srinath is the third man.
Come on!
79 for 1 in 13.5 overs. Pretty good score at the moment, with only 1 wicket down. As I said before, that's what Pakistan needs. They need at least 7 wickets or 6 wickets in hand in the last 10 overs.
They'll run again. And Jadeja did well to stop that being overthrown. 80 for 1. Sachin Tendulkar won the toss, sent Pakistan in. Saeed Anwar in terrific form, 46. He's lost his opening partner, Amir Sohail, for 12. Ijaz Ahmed is on 17. It's 80 for 1. 14 overs have been bowled, so that's a very good strike rate. And a change now at the southern end. It's going to be Anil Kumble to replace the left-arm orthodox spinner, Sunil Joshi.
Well, that's an interesting change for India. Let's see what happens.
And he's gone. Well taken. Kumble, not only is he a good bowler, but he's an excellent fielder, and he snapped that up easy. That's a good blow for India.
Yeah, Ian, look at that. Not up to him, he goes for it. Straight to Kumble. Mind you, it was a straightforward catch. I've seen Kumble taking much better catches than that. It was a pretty straightforward catch, very well bowled. Pakistan 80 for 2 in 14.1 overs.
So Anwar is gone, but he's been replaced by another powerful stroke maker in Inzamam Al-Haq. He also had a very good tour of England. He's dropped a bit of weight, and his form has been terrific. And a response from the batsman. He goes on the attack. Inzamam not wasting any time at all. Immediately off the mark, following the loss of the left-handed opener.
There we see a bad loss for Pakistan. Mistimed shot straight to Kumble. Just about 5.5 runs an over. Oh, that's brilliantly struck. He's looking very good.
Very dangerous player, Ijaz Ahmed. He does packs a punch when he hits the ball. And this shot is played extremely well. He's waited on it and then hit it through the line and over the man at mid-off.
It's in the air, it could be caught. It should be. And he is. So Pakistan lose Inzamam with a score on 91, key wicket for India.
And this is a big wicket for India because he's a dangerous player, Inzamam. Venkatesh Prasad wearing his pace there. Inzamam coming down the track, trying to chip it over the infield, getting a leading edge. And Srinath making no mistake. So Pakistan lose their third wicket, 91 runs on the board.
wickets in 2 overs. Salim Malik is the new man in. Kumble the bowler. Extra zip in the step for India. Salim Malik. Loads and loads of experience. Critical stage in this match. Well struck, well fielded.
This one was beautifully timed by Salim Malik, and Nazaruddin doing well there to get a hand on it.
Might just have a hurry on that one. They made it. 17 overs done. It is 95 for 3.
Indians have done well to keep Ajay Jadeja there.
Oh, that's up in the air. Joshi is getting underneath it. He takes it quite easily. Malik never looking comfortable. And this was the wicket that Ravi was talking about.
Again, Anil Kumble deceiving the batsman in the air. The ball really not coming onto the bat. Salim Malik trying to hit over the top. Again, good captaincy by Tendulkar. Keeping the man in the circle, making the right-hander go over the top. Not quite timing it. The ball not coming onto the bat. And Sunil Joshi taking a good catch. Keeping his eyes on the ball and taking it quite comfortably. So Pakistan lose their 4th wicket with 98 runs on the board.
Shadab Kabir, very promising left-hand batsman. He comes in with Pakistan having lost 3 wickets in the last 18 runs and indeed in the last 4 overs.
Very consistent performer for India.
Oh, where's that one going? Way down the leg side. Tendulkar's not going to bat me. Neither is Nayan Mongia. 100 comes up for Pakistan.
Well, not only is he happy, not only is he not happy, but he's surprised as well, because that one swung a long way. No chance here for Nayan Mongia. Well, he'll have to tighten up his line, because the Indians have to fill in those 7 overs. Jadeja has scored 4.
Oh, that was brilliant. He controlled that swing all right, Ravi. This one started from outside off stump. Just for a minute, I thought it had gone through.
Well, this one almost forced Ijaz Ahmad. Came back a long way and almost sneaked in between bat and pad.
Enormous swing for Tendulkar. There's always that touch of the unpredictable when Tendulkar comes into bowl, because he's got so much variety.
And he's not afraid to mix things up. Batsmen often make the mistake of taking him too lightly.
Oh, that's drifting down leg side again. Easy call from umpire Lloyd Barker.
Well, the problem Tendulkar will have is to control his swing. Again, moving a long way. Getting it to bend back into the right-hander.
He'll take the cap. Good, that should have been 1. Srinath is after it. They'll pick up 2. He's looking a bit bemused, Tendulkar. Seven from so far. Needs to roll at least 2.
You can see there now, he's realizing the ball is swinging a lot. He's starting at a line, at least on 2 stumps outside the off stump, so that it ends up on target. But every time he tries to bowl into the stumps, it goes a long way down the leg side.
Looking for a couple here. Sunil Joshi, the fielder. It's been an interesting over so far, but the runs have come from Pakistan's point of view. 9 already.
Well, they need a partnership at this stage, because they have lost wickets at regular intervals. Another look at Tendulkar's action. You can see the seam all the way up. No wonder he's getting the movement.
Though he wanted to keep strike on that, and he won't be able to do that. 20 overs gone, it's 108 for 4. We'll take a look at that, those fall of wickets, 80, 91 and 98. And that is the reason Ravi Shastri said Pakistan need a partnership here between Shadab Kabir and Ejaz Ahmed. Ejaz looking good on 31. There's still a fair bit of batting to come with Wasim Akram and Moin Khan. Kumble has taken 2 wickets already, a wicket to Srinath and 1 to Prasad.
Luckily for India, they can still use Sunil Joshi. He's got 7 overs left. He's bowled just a couple of overs. And Anil Kumble is already posing problems for the Pakistan batsmen, especially if they try and get after him.
Chipped India. Mohammad Azharuddin, the fielder. Disappointment for Shadab Kabir, but very well bowled by Anil Kumble again.
Well, the batsmen are having problems against the spinners. The ball is not coming onto the bat. And again, this one from Kumble, stopping on the left-hander. Playing a little too early. And Mohammad Azharuddin taking a very, very good catch. Anticipating it well, diving forward and making no mistake. Easily the best fielder in the Indian team. Pakistan lose their 5th wicket, 108 runs on the board. So from a villain to a hero. 4 overs, 3 wickets, just 10 runs for Anil Kumble. Jawahar Srinath getting India the early breakthrough, picking up the wicket of Amir Sohail. Tendulkar continues now to Ijaz, and again getting some swing.
You could almost see the look of fear on Tendulkar's face as he turned round to take a quick glance at umpire Barker. He had spread his hands out wide.
Well, he'd like to tighten up here because he's got the Pakistan batsmen under pressure. He won't want to give them easy runs.
Certainly they are just now from an Indian point of view. They'll pick up 2 here. 2 leg byes. We've seen a lot of that when Azharuddin was captain. Tendulkar running up to have a word with him. Nice to see it happen the other way around. He's got it to swing the other way. He's got to control it both ways now, but he's put the element of doubt in the batsman's mind.
Well, the ball is old. It's over 20 overs old, and he's getting some reverse swing out there, Tendulkar. That should encourage Srinath and Prasad.
There's a man in the deep.
Not only that, it should encourage the Pakistan captain batting out there. He should be taking a close look.
Shot for leg before. Tendulkar thought there was something in it. Lloyd Barker didn't. 22 overs gone. It's 117 for 5. There's a man there. There could be trouble. Wasim Akram was very quick following up on that one. He's made it.
Well, a direct hit here could have had the batsman in trouble. But Akram was quick to get off the blocks. In fact, he would have been in big trouble had that hit the stumps on the full.
Well, it was his call. Rahul Dravid, the man there in the picture.
One thing Pakistan don't want at this stage is to lose a wicket, especially that of Akram, because he can get runs quickly towards the end. Big striker of the ball.
That's a lovely shot. It's easy to get carried away by looking at Wasim Akram's batting average of 15 or 13 against India. He's always got the runs in a crunch. After 3 overs to start the match, so 10 overs to come after this.
Pakistan winning like to get the score up around 175, 180. It's going to be a good enough score. It would be a good enough score. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, it's blocked. Thrown off balance. Just thrown off balance, and so they've got the single all the same. What? This Indian team is buzzing in the field today. Well, there certainly is a spring in the stride of the Indians. This is a magnificent piece of fielding by J. Jadeja. The ball was travelling, and he's flung himself to his left and stopped what would have been a certain boundary.
Chance, well taken. Tendulkar this time. I think he's in his knee.
Well, that catch just about summed up the ground fielding by India today. Some of their catching has been top class. One or two of their stops. The batsman, Moin Khan, not really going through with the shot, just stopping and pushing at it. But wasn't that a smart catch? Lovely piece of fielding. 131 for 7, Pakistan.
New batsman for Pakistan. And Saqlain Mushtaq and Waqar Yunus are the two to come. Azim Akram is on 7. 2 good innings up the top. Saeed Anwar played well, and Ijaz Ahmed played quite well and intelligently. No ball called by umpire Barker. Srinath really charging in from the Wilson Avenue end. I think usually when the fielder hits the stumps is when the batsman is struggling, but what's he's been running very quickly, judging very carefully. As soon as the batsman's played, he's been off. We're surprised to see him out. Justice. I think he's just got to take that to have the rest of the standing right here, but it's tight, but I don't think he's going to make it. Brilliant feelings again about India. I can feel in his its way. With the passing feelings, the big car with the house, just to get him. With next level, he's got him. And not too special about it. 135 for him. On the tour of England, couldn't force his way on the tour of England, couldn't force his way into the test side. I think he's a very good bowler, a very competitive cricketer. He looked like he might have improved his batting a bit by some of the scores of the last tour games. They might find it difficult handling Daniel Joshi. Quite a bit of the flash, but taking the bells off in the flash, but it's back in the crease. The ground fielding from India has been top class. I think there was a miss early on by Cambley behind square leg, but on the whole some of the ground stopping and some of the catching have been excellent. They've played with a very spirited effort of India. That's well struck. The outfield pretty heavy. Again, some good work in the outfield.
Sensible football in there by Srinath, I think it was, using his feet. It's a bit wet out there and slippery. He's a big man and he's right to put the foot down rather than bend over and try and pick it up with his hand.
It's the crowd doing a bit of good-natured urging here at the Toronto Cricket Skating and Curling Club. Srinath's foot went over the boundary eventually, but he didn't have the ball in his possession at the time. The crowd urging for extra runs to be given. There's been some pretty good-natured barracking, and I must say, I guess they've been cooped up inside with all the rain, but really enjoying being out in the sunshine. But they've been a pretty lively crowd as well.
Yes, Prasad's been cutting his run down about half as long as it normally is. He's trying to get through his overs quite quickly.
Well taken. Once again, doing some very good work in the field. Sunil Joshi, the man at short fine leg, he made one brilliant save in the outfield earlier in the innings, and that's a pretty good catch.
Well, I think the batsman expected to get 4 for that. He knew the man was up in the circle. So he flicks at it, thinks, oh, that's 4 runs. And then he sees the fielder taking a really smart catch again there. Out catching and out fielding has been top draw. 148 for 9.
To have a free swing with the bat. Some good bowling from India, and they've been backed by some excellent fielding. Srinath bowled quite quickly in his second spell, 3 for 23. Prasad 2 for 38. And Kumble, importantly for India, bowling in good form. He's on again now at the southern end. And that brings up the 150 for Pakistan. Sent into bat by Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin saying that he wasn't quite sure how the pitch would play. He wanted to have a look from the field. India have fielded extremely well in this match. Taking some good catches, particularly in the infield.
This was the last wicket that fell, just drifting down leg side.
Prasad.
Batsman flips it away, thinks, oh, that's a few runs. But the fielder just to his right, hangs on. He must bat through the overs, Pakistan. Even if they only get singles, they must keep the scoreboard ticking over.
Anil Kumble. That last delivery from Sunil was the one that goes straight on. It was worth asking the question.
Yes, the batsman got a reasonable stride in, so the umpire gives him the benefit of any doubt.
Wakkar's very keen to get up the other end, and I think these short boundaries have got him excited. Maybe he's had a look at all the glass, the windows in the house, just long on. That's beautifully struck. He beats Sunil Joshi. I reckon that all that glass down there's got to be a big temptation for some batsmen before the wicket.
Well, that was a terrific shot. Stayed a little bit leg side, flat batted it through the covers. Gives himself a little bit of room here as he stays leg side, and then half cover drive, half flat batting it. Do with another couple of boundaries, good Pakistan. 162.
That's pretty clever cricket as well. There's no doubt that he's done some work on his batting, Saqlain. He's much improved.
Well, I think there's no doubt either there that Wacker wasn't going to run two. He fancies a little dart at Kumble. It's not too easy to hit, isn't Mr. Kumble?
Yes, Wacker definitely fancies the strike.
Oh, he's an open fire. He's Kumble, kept it right up into Wacker's legs. He couldn't get it up in the air.
It's an excellent shot. Saqlain did that well. Good finish for Pakistan. First 6 of the innings coming off the last ball. He's a very competitive cricketer, Saqlain Mushtaq. Obviously somebody's had a word to him and said doesn't hurt if you can bat as well as get wickets. And the young man has definitely worked hard on his batting. So Pakistan with quite a competitive score at 170 for 9. Sachin Tendulkar won the toss and sent Pakistan into bat. They got away to a pretty good start. The two left-handers, Saqlain and Saeed Anwar, as they always do, really getting after the bowling. Anwar, he's in excellent form. Ijaz Ahmed played very sensibly for his 35. And then down the bottom, Saqlain Mushtaq with 22 not out of 6 off the last ball, giving him a strike rate of virtually 100. And he played some good cricket there. Pakistan totaling 170 for 9 from their 33 overs. Match reduced because of, well, the rain that we've had in the previous few days. India, well, they did a good job in the field, and the bowlers, particularly Srinath, 3 for 23, and Kumble just taking a bit of a pounding there in that last over, but until that last over, he had excellent figures. 3 wickets for Kumble and 2 to Prasad. So that's the asking rate for India, 5.2 per over to win. And India, once again, going to the experiment. The wicketkeeper opening the batting. They did it in Colombo, a couple of matches. They did it against Australia, and it worked quite well. Sachin Tendulkar, strikers in. They need to be a bit selective with that experiment, though. Nayan Mongi is a very good front player. So it's a good tactic against Pakistan because their bowlers like to pitch the ball up and swing it. I think it's going to work quite so well against a team like the West Indies, where they tend to be, well, they're real spoil sports, Jeffrey. They don't pitch them to be. That's away to the boundary. Probably big pies, I would think. No, in fact, he's given it hits. That was pretty close to Mohan Khan. I would say he probably should have caught that.
Just swung a little bit, didn't it? Just seemed to just swung a touch and then went off the seam. No, but Ian's right. He is certainly late in moving.
Well, that's what India need to win this first match in the Sahara Cup Series. 5 matches to be played here in Toronto. Oh, that's got to be close. Lloyd Barker has a long look. He must have felt it was just going down leg side.
Oh, well, you'd be jumping out of your armchair watching that, wouldn't you? That hit him about halfway up the pads, pitching on. Ooh, that might have been just a good decision by the umpire, just drifting down, but that would have got you out of your armchair for sure.
Oh, surely. No. Once again, the hands come around. I tell you what, they came around that third shout, his hands, and I'm not sure why they didn't keep going, because I think not that one, but the previous one was out.
Yeah, I think this one is just missing again. Tries to play through the line, this Sachin. The ball nips back, hits him on the pad, and that's going down. I don't think there's much doubt about that. But the ball before...
Like all good players, Tendulkar taking the opportunity to pick off the one reasonably loose ball in the over. It's 10 for naught. A good shot, and that's away to the boundary. Tendulkar not making any mistake when he gets an opportunity. 13-14 for naught. Good reward for Waqar. He deserved that wicket.
Well, it was an amazing shot from the wicketkeeper batsman Mongia. Definitely Waqar deserves something, but he's also a good ball to get batsmen out, rather than the batsman giving his wicket away. He just stands in the crease, No footwork, just trying to hike him over mid-wicket. I think he would have preferred would have to have been Tendulkar. We'll settle for 18 for 1.
Here from Wakar, he's really at full steam. And he's bowling right at the stumps. I think they're a bit worried that the stumps might bother him, but he seems to be really relishing it. Ball well bowled. It's got under the bat, but fortunately for the batsman, it's just misled.
Well, it's amazing, isn't it? Everybody around the world of cricket knows he's got this fantastic in-swinging Yorker. They all should be aware of it, but yet he still troubles batsmen.
I think the Indian captains probably breathed a sigh of relief that he's still there. 4 LW appeals on the trot, one of which I thought was worth an answer in the affirmative. But Tendulkar has, despite the problems that he's had, still been able to strike 3 boundaries.
Yes, I think in one-day cricket, when Wasim Akram balls over the wicket, the good players, you just give it a little bit of room. If he's not actually swinging it, I think he's more dangerous to bowl around. I'd like to see him bowl around the wicket at Tendulkar.
Nicely paddled away by Tendulkar. Would be looking for 2 runs here, and in the end gets it quite comfortably. Don't try and hit that shot too hard. Just use the pace of the ball.
Yeah, right. I was talking about that feeling, but mind you, Ravi, you being a left-arm spinner, you won't turn every ball. You would like to bring it in also. And with a player like Sachin Tendulkar, he can always work you nice and slowly towards mid-wicket.
Into the fence, in fact, has gone over the rope for a 6, signalled there by David Shepherd, but that was wonderfully timed by Tendulkar, hitting against the spin.
See, that ball came in. Like I said before, it turned a little bit, but Sachin, such a great timer of the ball, just got out of the meat of the bat, and back to go.
Lovely piece of timing, and he's looking dangerous. Gives Sahara the charge again. Time only for a single. Struggled with his footwork early on. Tendulkar had a problem against Waqar Younis when he pitched the ball up. And once he got a couple of deliveries in the middle of the bat, he was on his way. Not a single this time to Javed, but he can push the fielder here. And he does exactly that. He's put over this for India, 12 runs coming off it, 43 for 1.
Tremendous shot. You'll see that in the replay. My God, what a shot. The moment it left the bat is just went to the fence. There it is. Look at that balance. Perfect footwork and perfect follow-through. Look at that. Beautiful shot.
One thing with Tendulkar is pounced on anything that has been loose. Really coming onto the bat. 11 overs gone. India 50 for 1. Putting some tape on the bat. He has changed his bat already twice. The important thing that he's still there. 33 of 39 deliveries. 4 fours and a 6.
He's already changed the bats, but I cannot see the difference because he's playing the same kind of high-class shots, whichever bat he's changing. What I wanted to say, Ravi, that I think Wasim should try Saklan from the other end, from where Ahmed is bowling. Because Ahmed is basically a bowler. Well taken, Simran. Yes, I was saying Ahmed is basically a bowler when the opposition is in trouble with 4 or 5 wickets down, so he comes on to bowl and chips in with a wicket or two. But at the moment, India is totally not under pressure, with especially Sachin out there. They're playing him very comfortably. Wasim should try and get a wicket or two, and probably then Ahmed can play his role.
Indian captain on strike. Looking for the single on a bad misfield there, allows him to get exactly that.
Well, we have to give an excuse to the fielders at times because of the soggy field outside the outfield. Let's see there. Well, just went over.
Just taking his eyes off the ball. He normally plays fielder very quick in the outfield, and he would be disappointed with that, Ijaz. Shout the leg before, but Rahul Dravid was playing forward and had been just struck outside that off stump.
There you see it? Yeah, right outside the crease. Well forward. See the sideways? Well forward. Good decision.
Come on. Get him, man. Come on.
Driven on the onside, and a very good piece of fielding there by Saeed Anwar. In fact, it was Amir Sohail, his opening partner.
Yeah, beautiful fielding. Look at that diving stop. Although he's a left-hander, but it was on his right. Beautiful start.
He's got to be careful. He's got to be right there to the pitch of the ball. This time he comes down the track and hits it straight over the bowler's head and out of the ground for 6 runs.
What a shot. Absolutely magnificent. It's such an ease. It puts it probably 100 yards. Look at that. Look at that. Dancing down the wicket. And puts it way, way over the stands.
A beautiful use of his field here by Tendulkar. Down the track, he wasn't there to the pitch of the ball. He decided to go through with a shot. And a lovely piece of timing. It's away on the onside, not quite getting hold of it. We'll still get a couple of runs here. In fact, Dravid wanting the third. Rightly sent back by Sachin Tendulkar.
Yeah, there it is. He didn't time it well. It was outside the off stump.
I think just trying to hit the ball too hard and the ball back turning in his hand.
That's right, Ravi. Just didn't control the shot, but still he got a couple of runs for that.
Looking for the single again, but this time Amir Sohail very quickly to come in. Prevent that.
Well, I think, Ravi, Pakistan badly needs a fifth, a 2 here, to come back in the game. Because India has totally dominated the game at the moment.
Slower delivery and nicely picked up by Dravid. A hit over mid-on for 4. Waited on it nicely, spotted it early, and then dispatched it to the fence.
Well, half volley, there is it. Almost a half volley, but Dravid timed it perfectly and just lifted over mid-on. Because he knew that there is no deep mid-on fielder. Wasim Akram is within the circle. And he perfectly timed it. A very, very sensible shot.
Looking to pull that one, but really not coming on. Ended up playing it with a straight bat.
Well, I think, Ravi, I personally feel either the Pakistani bowlers aren't bowling as good as the Indians did, or probably the wicket has slightly improved. I could be wrong, the Pakistani bowlers probably, because Sachin bowled, he was really swinging the ball.
Looking for a drive this time, making no contact. 15 overs gone, 76 for 1 India.
Pakistan have just a bit of a problem. Waqar Yunus and Wasim Akram have 3 overs each to go, but the reserve cast hasn't been particularly effective. Tendulkar on 49. Just 54 balls. It's been an outstanding inning so far. Easily achieved. 50 to Tendulkar. Top inning so far. He's held the batting together. Really, he's been a cornerstone of this innings. The 50 achieved, Jeffrey, almost as if it was the most natural thing in the world.
No, he played very sensibly. He had a tough over against Waqar with a few LBW appeals, but on the whole after that, he stuck to his task. He's played very nicely. Salim Malik, who's bowling here, he looks a fairly innocuous type of bowler. I wouldn't say he's even medium pace, he's almost slow medium, a little slow as he bowls. He's got a funny sort of floating action, but he does manage to get some good figures at times.
Come on, what's he easy?
On pitches like this, where the ball doesn't come on, sometimes he surprises batsmen. They play a little too quick. They think he's innocuous, which he obviously looks like that, and they take chances against him. Sometimes make a mess of it.
What's the limbo?
Remember, this is a 33 overs a side match. Let's go. First bounce, fit the catch so beautifully. Not too far from Azhar Mahmood, who was standing at long off, but he was just watching.
Well, that's just what I was talking about Salim Malik. Tendulkar went after him, took a chance. As it happened, it was a very good shot because he did over the top, and it just was wide of long off. Well, there you can see the two teams are fairly level, but it's those wickets, Colin. Pakistan had started to tumble by this time.
Well, you gotta take that out, don't you?
Well conceived and taken quite easily, that single. They're running well, Tendulkar and Dravid just now.
Well, they're able to play as batsmen according to the total they need. The Indian batsmen don't have to do anything silly. I think they were expecting at one stage they might have to chase a total around 200 or maybe just over that.
Very fine indeed. You should be looking at 2 quite easily here. India picked Rahul Dravid. There were 2 or 3 other batting options at number 3. Notably Ganguly, Azharuddin himself. That's because he's got a very good head on his shoulders. 100 up for India. That'll make them feel a lot better. 70 runs to get now, and got 13 overs after this. Just squeezing a second here. Not in a hurry though. The throw wasn't the best in the world.
Well, he tried to hit it in quickly, which was the right idea, but it was just a little bit high, you see. It gave the batsman time to make his ground.
Got to believe on top of the stumps, and Dravid would have been struggling. not only a participative captain, Sachin, he's a pretty participative non-striker. That's brilliantly foul placed. Man at long leg, man at deep square. Picks the gap marvellously. He's a great player of spin bowling, this boy.
Well, that shot by Dravid has just left young Sacklane and somewhat puzzled. Good ball on a length, pitched the outside of stump, and Dravid's known exactly what he's going to do with it. He's going to left sweep it. It's on square.
He scooped that and he's gone. On the sail, the catcher, Malik picks up the wicket, and India have lost Rahul Dravid.
Well, just what I was saying a few moments ago. He floats these deliveries, this Salim Malik. They look so inoffensive. And Dravid here just pushing a little too soon. He's had a brilliant over against the off-spinner. The ball stops on him, and he just pushes it to cover. Very simple catch in the end, and that gives Pakistan a breakthrough. 108 for 2 India.
People tend to think of wicketkeepers as agile, lively, noisy, even perhaps volatile types. All these characteristics take second place to sound technique, starting with the stance. The feet are placed shoulder width apart.
Mohammad Azharuddin comes out to bat with India, in spite of losing that wicket in a fairly comfortable position. It's under runner ball. Salim Malik has provided the breakthrough for Pakistan with the wicket of Rahul Dravid. 63 now from 77 balls, 8 wickets standing. Rahul Dravid after the pair put on 90 from just 91 balls to take India to the relative safety of 192. Not quite here hard enough to get the ball to reach the boundary after he found the gap. They've got 2 all the same. 10 overs to go, 54 runs to get. The last 3 have only produced 9 runs, and that's what the fall of a wicket does to the momentum of a side. Just tends to push it back a bit. The fielder there, but he's only watching. The ball sailed right over him for 6.
Well, it's a wonderful strike by Mohammad Azharuddin. He got down the pitch, used his feet. He made up his mind almost that he was going to go for the big hit. Bowler can't do much about that. He bowled to his field, made the batsman hit it over the top of the fielder at long on. If the batsman had mishit it, he would have got a wicket.
Dravid, seen Tendulkar, now we're seeing Azharuddin has got to 14. Just a bit of trouble getting back.
Yeah, good cricket there. Mohammad Azharuddin trying to get down the pitch again. Sacklane saw him coming, dropped it a little shorter and flatter.
Still to get. Oh, that's a big one. What a way around of that over. 2 sixes from the over. Big one for India. It's 131 for
2. ESPN, the world's premier sports network, is now available in India. ESPN brings you the best in India.
Results, the equations change drastically. Just 40 needed now Let's call for drastic measures. Waqar Yunus comes back.
Well, with India at 131 for 2, Waqar's back in the attack. Now he's put up some tremendous performance.
Really brilliant opening spell that from Waqar Yunus.
With the ball, umpire Lloyd Barker single six. There's been a lot of sixes of late, 3 in the last 7 balls. So this ball just drifting down leg side. Sachin Tendulkar helps it on his way. Because the matter being back on the fence, right on the fence, I think he might have caught it actually. If he'd been stood up there, right on the fence, he might just have caught it above his head. But the fielder was in a little bit to try and save the 2 if the batsman pushed it on the floor.
Oh, he's gone for it again. There's nobody there. So with 4 runs as Ravi Shastri replaces Jeffrey Burkett.
It was glorious stuff from Tendulkar. He knows where Waqar Yunus is going to be bowling. It's the in-swinging Yorker that he's going to attempt. He's quickly into position. Picks this one up beautifully over mid-wicket.
Well, I'll tell you what, he conceded 10 runs in his first 4 overs, and he's gone for 10 in the next 5 balls.
These were exactly the shots he was missing early on in his innings. And he was a little cramped for footwork.
They're the short ones that are difficult for batsmen, the ones that are straight at him. Then he's got to do something. He's got to play the hook or the pull, or he's got to get out of the way. Azharuddin just telling the Pakistan fieldsman that he's okay. Once again, the ball just going down leg side.
Again, the black thread hanging out of Azharuddin's shirt there. That's his lucky charm. Was given to him by his grandfather. And it's been with him from the very first day of his Test career. And with the kind of record he has, well, it obviously has done wonders for him. By Sachin Tendulkar. The in-swinging Yorker again, but look how he plays it. He doesn't get his foot too close to the pitch of the ball. He gives himself that little bit of room so that it allows him to hit it straight. The man at mid-on is wide. And you see just getting outside it and hitting it straight over the bowler's head for 4. It's not an easy shot to play, especially against one of the fastest bowlers in world cricket.
Azhar's committed himself a long way. There are 21 left to get. Maybe Sachin's worked out that if he gets a lot of them, he can just sneak in 100 here. He's on 74.
One just gets the feeling he wants to put his stamp on this game. Not that he's not done that already. Scared some magnificent shots after a tentative start.
Just showing that he can do it off the back foot as well as the front foot. Brings up the 150 for India. But
But this one really raced off his bat into the fence. Smashed that short delivery from Waqar Yunus past point. Ijaz Ahmad had very little time there to react. Really thundered across that line to the boards. So 10 runs off that over, 27 overs gone, 155 for 2 India.
Well, at one point it looked as though it might be a bit tight, but Sachin Tendulkar has very quickly changed that. No ball called by umpire Shepherd. As Tendulkar playing absolutely brilliantly once he found the pace of this pitch. He had a lot of trouble with Waqar Yunus early on. In my book, he was a little fortunate to survive one of the 4 LBW appeals. But it's the really good players that take advantage of any good fortune that they get.
He must have realized that he must have been very close when that shout went up. Then, like all top batsmen, he must have said to himself, well, it's not my job to walk away, it's the umpire's job to lift the finger. He hasn't. And let me take advantage of it. Really cruising along at this stage. That's
a good response from Wasim Akram. Just lets Tendulkar know, okay, you might win this game, but you're not that much on top.
Again, a very good short delivery from Akram. Not all that short. In the ball to pounce on the little man. And equally well played by Tendulkar. Loose bottom hand, keeping the ball down.
It's a pretty good contest we've got going here. Tendulkar trying to get after the 2 quickies. And every now and again they're responding.
Well, this is terrific cricket to watch. Top class fast bowler and a fantastic batsman. Doesn't quite get hold of this one, but the intention is clear. If we're going to pitch it up, I'm going to have a go.
This match reduced to 33 overs because of a very wet outfield and a couple of damp spots on the infield. And it's proved to be a pretty good contest. The ground has recovered quite remarkably from the flooding it's had. It's 160 for 2.
A pretty easy target this for the Indians. Just 10 runs required of 30 balls. They've faced this innings extremely well. And the man largely responsible for this performance is this little man.
Thank you, Ian. Yes, Ravi, you're right. This man has made all the difference. It's a claim too. Plays it nicely towards square leg.
Well, that's always the feature of Sachin Tendulkar's batting. Even though he struggles initially, more often than if he goes on to play a long innings, if he bats out for about 30 overs or 35 overs, he scores a run a ball. And he's doing exactly that, 85 off 85.
Beautiful shot off his toes towards deep square leg.
Tendulkar now on strike to Saqlain Mushtaq. Just 8 runs required. What's he going to do? Is he going to finish it with a bang? No, he decides to take a single. Will push the fielders here. And just settles for 1. Thoroughly professional performance by the Indians after Pakistan had got off to a real flyer. Did well to come back into the game, put pressure on the Pakistan middle order. Another single to Azharuddin. He's played again very sensibly. He's all his experience. He's played some handsome shots as well. Very important man, Mohammad Azharuddin, in this Indian one-day outfit. Cut away by Tendulkar straight to the man at deep point. In Zaman, the fielder.
But I think Ravi Sachin has played a wonderful innings for India, hasn't he?
Has to be one of the best players in world cricket. Well fielded there in the covers by Ijaz Ahmed. So 29 overs gone, India 166 for 2.
I have a personal dream that
Needed to win of 24 balls. Zafran comes into Tendulkar and played away on the onside. For a single as Waqar Yunus comes round at fine leg.
Well, Ravi, it's basically a formality now for India. Fulfill 29.1 overs, 67 for 2, 4 runs to win. Probably we might see in this over.
Another single to Azharuddin as he plays it again on the onside of his hips. This performance will do the Indian morale a world of good after a disappointing tournament in Sri Lanka. More importantly, it's over their arch rivals Pakistan. Tendulkar gets the feeling, wants to stay to the very end.
Yeah, that's what I like about him, Ravi, that he's not trying to play a stupid shot and get out, and though he's done the job for India, but he wants to stay not out there, probably 90 odd, and win the game.
So just 2 needed of 21 balls. Mohammad Azharuddin, the man on strike. As the field comes in now, with just 2 runs required.
I think Azhar has also played a very sensible innings, and he's hit the ball when it is needed, and I think, like you said, it will do a great deal to his morals because he didn't have a very happy tour of Sri Lanka in the singles yet.
Smashed away through the covers. That's it for India. Beautifully played on the up by Mohammad Azharuddin to finish off the game with a lovely cover-driven boundary. A terrific performance this by India after Pakistan had got off to a flyer. They paced this innings wonderfully well, led from the front by their captain Tendulkar, who's played yet another gem of an innings. 89 of only 89 balls, 9 fours in that and 3 sixes, and he would be a very happy man tonight.
Yes, you're right, Ravi. 89 not out, winning the game for his team, and being this beginner of the series here in Toronto, the Sahara Cup, will do a lot of good to him and to his teammates. Well, so the first game goes to India of the series, 1 up, and very convincingly, 173 for 2, chasing 170 all out Pakistan. Here's the scorecard for you. Mongia out cheaply, beautifully bowled by the car. Sachin, as we were talking about, brilliant 89 not out. Dravid played a very good innings for 39, and I think he had a great partnership with Tendulkar, and Azharuddin finishing up with 30 not out. Very good innings. Like I said, he had not a happy time in Sri Lanka. Now he covered up. Here's the bowling analysis for you. Waqar Yunus started off brilliant. Absolutely a gem of a spell he started off with. 4 overs for 10 runs, 1 wicket of Mongia, and slightly unfortunate not to get Sachin, but like I said before, it's the decision of the umpire, and he's the judge out there.
Well, the Man of the Match award is the Seagram's Royal Stag Award, $1,000 Canadian, and our Man of the Match adjudicator is former England opening batsman Geoffrey Boycott. I'm going to call upon Geoffrey to just give his reasons why he's chosen the Man of the Match.
Yeah, I just say simply, I'd like to congratulate the ground staff and groundsmen for getting it fit to play after all the rain that's been about. I think they did a terrific job. And the Indian performance I thought was exceptional. I'd like to have given it to one of their bowlers. I thought Kumble bowled excellently, really tight. He broke the back of the innings. Srinath and Prasad really supported him, and the Indian team as a whole was outstanding in the field, as you mentioned, Ian. But I'm sorry I can't give it to the bowler. I have to give it to Sachin, 89 of 89 balls, terrific batting.
Sachin, if you'd like to come forward, we've got $1,000 for you.
The Royal Stag Man of the Match. Wonderful batting.
Sachin, is it fair to say you looked a little more comfortable as a captain as well today after the tournament in Colombo?
Well, when things go our way, it looks very comfortable. When things are going against you, everything seems like wayward. But on the whole, I mean, I thought I was more in control.
Have you had to make any adjustments as a captain when you're actually out there batting?
Nothing much. It's all that counts in my batting ability, so I do my job.
You did it pretty well today. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, there we are. A very happy Indian captain starting this Sahara Cup 96 in extremely good form.
It was a wonderful game of cricket. This at a wonderful venue. But as Sachin Tendulkar said, there's a lot more cricket to come still in this tournament. For a start, the second one-day international in the Sahara Cup, the same two countries, India versus Pakistan. That happens tomorrow morning, local time at 9:25, and the telecast begins Indian time at 18:55. It should be a great match there. Pakistan should probably be looking to come back. India hoping to consolidate on that. Lots to look forward to here on ESPN. We'll leave you with this news, therefore. 18:55 India time tomorrow, the second one-day international. Till then, from all of us here in Toronto, good night.